What's going on, my PT peeps? I'm a Walking Dead family. Welcome to the PT channel. I'm One Eyebrow, back to talk about Fear the Walking Dead Season 5. The trailer is out. We're going to do a breakdown of it. So obviously, spoiler warning for Fear the Walking Dead, all that stuff. If you're worried about spoilers, please stop watching. I don't want to ruin it for you. But Fear the Walking Dead returns June 2nd, as we saw from the trailer. And it's a long trailer, so it's going to be a little lengthy breakdown. I'm going to go through it kind of quick. This is our first initial breakdown. We'll probably do more in-depth ones. If more stuff comes out, we'll talk about it. But they highlight the stuff from last season when they were looking at the denim factory. And Morgan has some inspirational things like, "We'll find you." And it's got a good tone to it. You see the group in the trucks. They're driving down the road. You can see Althea driving the SWAT truck. And it's kind of like, yeah, we're back. The group's back. And to be honest, last season was kind of a reboot. So hopefully they continue on with this cast as you see everybody there. You see Althea driving. You see June, John, Charlie, Luciana, Alicia, Strand, and Morgan is in the passenger seat with Althea. So everybody's returning. We're going to get some new people as well. We're going to have another crossover character, and someone is coming back from previous seasons. But Morgan and the group is driving down the road. You can see some zombies just stagger on the street, and then boom, the truck takes them out. And then you see the SWAT truck come along, and then boom, take the other walker out. And it's pretty cool. And where are they going? I'm not sure. Are they staying in Texas, Mississippi? Not sure where they're going to end up, but I can't wait to find out. You can see the walkers are burned up, piled up. I'm not sure what group has done this, but there's a lot of them. Something happened here. You can see some wreckage. Is that a airplane engine or a turbine? And then you see a closer look at the pile of walkers. I mean, there's a lot of walkers here. Something big went down. Did our group do this or not? Then you see another group of bones and skeletons and skulls and some maggots. And then you see Alicia laying there. She's sleeping, or she's trying to sleep. And if you look at the wardrobe changes, we're going to see a variety of different looks for each character. Then Alicia wakes up, or she was just talking to somebody, but the angle's kind of strange, but we'll see what that means. I don't think Alicia or Morgan are in danger, but you see John, Morgan, and some new character there. And this character is kind of creepy looking. She's like, yeah, I don't know if I can trust you, and I don't know if we can trust this girl. But then you see cars piled up, danger, keep out, caution, and radioactive symbols. So we'll see some radiation and some radioactive walkers possibly. You see heads hanging from the trees and a van driving down the dirt road. Then you see Morgan looking into a window. He sees some walkers, but you see the angle of himself. It's kind of symbolic, I would say. You see John, Althea, and Morgan getting out of a Jeep or a truck or something, and they're looking somewhere. Are they looking in somewhere to go? And you see the better shot of John getting out of the truck as well. And Alicia's like, what's in there? What's back there? We're not sure yet, but I can't wait to find out. Then you see John pointing his gun. The shooter McGavin over here. Pretty cool. I'm excited to see John. He's one of my favorite characters. Then you see Althea. She's going to be in a precarious situation in a couple of different spots in the trailer. She's kind of knocked out. She's on running water, and we'll see what happens. This takes me back to season 6 of The Walking Dead, and they look to be tied up with intestines rather than chains. Then we see that creepy kid again. I'm not sure if we can trust her or what this girl's all about, but I can't wait to find out what creepy group they're a part of. Then you see a closer look of the walkers, and you can see the intestines around the necks and then the bodies, and then we'll see the group drive through this group of walkers in that van. You'll see John, Althea, that creepy new girl, and Morgan. Then we see some walkers reaching for some birds in a box. Bird box. And did someone set this trap to attract the walkers? And here's a horror look with the walkers and reaching through and the faces coming in the sheet like, ooh. Kind of like a classic horror thing. Then you see Luciana is wounded. She has a bandage around her right shoulder. We'll see why she has that in a second, definitely what happened to her. But she's pointing her gun at somebody. And we don't know who it is, but is it someone we know? Or is someone we know in danger? Then we see her looking at someone and talking to someone. Is she on the radio? Is she talking to someone about something? We just don't know. There's no way to tell. Then we see Althea in a precarious situation. She looks to be knocked out, and if you watch the trailer, it looks like water is running underneath her. So I wonder what happened. Then we see these two new kids. This kind of looks like one of the kids from Malcolm in the Middle. Anybody see that show? Anyone there too? These two kids are together. I'm not sure if they're part of the crazy radioactive area that we'll see, or that creepy girl that was with Morgan. But the kids are looking at a walker, and then they see an airplane flying out of the air into the woods. What's going on there? And I wonder if our group's on there, or another part of a group, or it's kind of the kid's backstory. But then we see Strand, and he's talking to someone. He's like, yeah, I know He's got the best of me. I'm sorry. He's in danger. Someone's pointing a gun at him, and it's Daniel Salazar. How awesome is that? And I'm excited because he's one of my favorite characters in Fear the Walking Dead. Then you see a sandstorm, a windstorm, something going down, tornado. I'm not sure what's going on, but I believe a walker is trying to walk through it. Then you see John pointing his rifle at somebody or some walker or something, but we're going to see that rifle potentially a couple times. Then you see June is like waiting on the side. I don't know if she's escaping from someone. Is there someone coming in the distance? But the wind is definitely a factor. In some western town, by the way. And I wonder where they're at. And then you see Morgan with his classic dialogue and him just being the moral compass like he's always been on the show. That continues on. And you can see Morgan stabbing a walker as probably the walker was reaching for the bird in the box. So that means they're probably traps set by people. Then you see Charlie looking at something and she kind of creeps down and she is looking at something or someone. And it could be her going towards the airplane. At least to me, it looks like an airplane. So is it a different one that crashes? But they look to be at a hangar or somewhere that has a bunch of vehicles or a camp. Maybe Daniel Salazar is running a camp. That'd be pretty awesome. And then you see the young kid with glasses and Luciana raising kind of a tower that they made. And I believe it's kind of a radio tower. You can see the wire there. I believe they're trying to send out a signal and a transmission. So that's pretty interesting, especially with the season 9 finale. I don't know, the radio frequency transmission. And then you see the young kid and Luciana like, high five. We got a cat. Yep. It looks like Goose to me. Captain Marvel fans, anyone know that? It looks like Goose, but I know it's not. But it could be the same area where the vehicles and maybe that airplane was. Then you see Althea climbing a rock wall or a side of a wall or some rocks or something, maybe to get up and above and boost the transmission of a signal or escape somewhere. And then we see a bunch of kids. I'm not sure if we're going to see this in present day or if it's a backstory of the kids that we meet, or where this actually is. Then we see the young kid with glasses reading the same book that Charlie had, and you can see a bunch of toys and stuff around there, so these kids may be safe. Then you see the young kid and the other kid walking down a dirt road, and the boxes that Morgan and everyone were putting out are on fire. Morgan and Alicia and the group were out putting out boxes for a while, they say at the beginning of the trailer, so there's got to be a little bit of a time jump, I'm guessing. Then we see someone put a bag down in kind of that western town. Is this Dwight? Is this John? Looks like John to me because of the rifle and the bag, but it could be Dwight as we're going to see him in the trailer, which is pretty awesome. Then we see the SWAT truck and my man just driving down the street or the highway, and then he hits the lever and then the machine guns are ready to fire. Maybe they're submachine guns, I don't know, but machine guns to me, and they're firing at something, probably walkers, but where are they getting all those bullets? There's a SWAT truck, and then something's going down, but I think that the big truck is going to be in trouble. The tractor trailer is going to be surrounded by walkers, and you can see everybody has their guns out, so I'm not sure if they're running across the walkers here, if the two scenes are connected, or if it's a new group and we're going to have actually an awesome villainous group. That's what the show needs. Then we see a machine gun firing at something, looks like a store shelf. So are walkers in there? Are people in there? I'm not sure, but you see June firing the rifle, that I'm not sure if it's John's rifle or another one, but you see June have a rifle and then John has a rifle. Is it the same one or is it a shotgun? I don't know, but they're definitely firing at some people or walkers or something. And then you see kind of this weird, awkward movement by Althea. So she's being chased by walkers or people or something. And then we see Alicia kind of falling on a sign that says high radiation. We're going to see some radioactive walkers. Pretty awesome. Then we see someone having a boombox really going down the highway. Looks to be the same highway that the SWAT truck and everybody are on. Maybe that person is taking walkers down the street to surround our group. And then we see Althea with kind of like a headset for an airplane. Is she in the airplane that crash landed? We'll have to see. Then we see more walkers that are tied up with intestines. I mean, who's doing that? Why are they doing that to create these roadblocks? Then we see the cat again. Is the cat in danger? I hope not, but I'm glad they brought some more animals. Daryl's got a dog, our group's got a cat. Then we see some more walkers inside the building, in the store, and I wonder if that machine gun that was firing earlier is inside the store firing at these walkers. Then we see Luciana talking with June, and you can see the injury on her right shoulder and clavicle, so I wonder what happened there. And then there's a funny moment where they're like, hey, can I ever play this instrument again? And June's like, you play that instrument? It's pretty cute and nice little funny moment. And then you see some wind or something blowing towards Morgan and Alicia from the prior picture when they were on the ground looking at each other. I wonder what's going on here. And then you see another precarious situation for Althea. Her hands are tied up. Who captured her? Who caught her? And what's going on here? June's looking out, maybe walkers are coming wherever they're at. And I wonder where the group is going. Are they staying in Texas? Are they going to Mississippi or Georgia or something? And this is an interesting shot right here. You see a bunch of walkers, and then you see our group. And is that Dwight in the front? And if you think about it, Dwight might tie up these walkers because the Saviors did a similar thing in season 6. And then we see Althea by herself with a different truck there. It's not the SWAT truck. And she's looking at something in the road with her, knife thing in her hand. So it's probably a walker that's kind of trapped there or some sort of blockade that was made to block the road. Then we see our group again with a radio. So that's 2 times that we saw the radio. We're going to see John with one and the group using the radio. Then we see the group, Morgan and Alicia, taking out walkers, and it looks to be that same area with the wreckage and the debris. And we see Alicia again killing another walker, but her outfit's different. It's the jacket she was wearing in the first couple photos when she's laying on the ground and her eyes are open. And at night, you see someone smashing a walker with a rock or something. It's pretty creepy, and it looks pretty great. And this is where Luciana is hurt. You see the injury area right there, and you see the pipe or object in her shoulder. That's got to hurt. For sure. Then you see the van is driving through the blockade of walkers. That's probably our group that we saw at the very beginning of the walkers that were blocking the road. And it's just a close-up shot of them driving through it. And I believe John is driving. If you look close at the next picture right here, you can see John's hat and the group kind of goes down, but I don't know if the two are connected. But John and somebody are getting shot at potentially. You can see John looking like Red Dead Redemption, like shooting the walkers in this western town, and the show definitely needs more of that. And then as John turns, there's someone pointing their gun right at John's face. So I'm not sure who that is, but I can't wait to find out. And then here's the comedy. Mo Collins is the funny comedian on the show, and I do like the character of Sarah. She brings something to the show, and it's pretty great. Talking about Jimbo's Beer Bows, which was pretty cool. Nice little callback to last season. Then you see Morgan in the shower, taking off his wedding ring, or something with his wedding ring, at least his ring finger. And I just wonder what that's all about. Then you see Alicia giving the look to somebody like, come on. And it's probably Morgan. You can see the dialogue with Morgan. It gets old on people. You're like, yes, Morgan, I know you're the moral compass and you want to do this and all life is precious, right? Then we see the romance with June and John blossom into something, right? But you know what's bad about The Walking Dead, and probably Fear the Walking Dead, is when there's romances and there's relationship and there's love, there can't be love in the zombie apocalypse. You can't be in a relationship, you can't be a doctor, and you can't be an animal in this universe because it's not good. So I hope we don't lose either of these characters. Then you see Althea wearing a totally different outfit there. Then you see her with Morgan most likely, and she's kind of relieved to see Morgan. So I wonder what happened here. Did Morgan save her or what? I'm not sure what's going down. But then you see Alicia yelling at Morgan again. It's probably that same dialogue as before. And she's talking about her mother, R.I.P. Madison Clark. I don't think we're going to see her. And then you see the group looking at something at a store or a gas station. It looks like a gas station outside. And again, more John and June talk, and they're there for each other. And, hopefully it's a good relationship and they stick around for a long time. Then you see Alicia smiling, kind of in that same jacket. Again, if you look at the outfits, it's a little different, but Alicia wears that jacket and outfit other than a lot of parts. Then you see, I'm guessing it's Althea and June or somebody sharing a beer together. And then back to John and June, probably the same dialogue of that you saved me and I can't believe you're great for me and this is great. Then you see John with the radio talking to someone, not sure what's going down, but I can't wait to find out. And then you see Alicia with her weapon. That's kind of her iconic weapon now, and a bunch of walkers. And you can see an airplane propeller potentially in the back there. So was there another plane crash or something? And then you see the group looking at the walkers most likely, and someone is injured. It's probably Luciana. I would assume they're bringing her back to their camp. Then you see Radioactive Man, Breaking Bad, Walter White style with the radiation. Because again, we're going to see these crazy chemical mutated walkers. There's one right there. Like he's melting, kind of a Toxic Avenger style, but it looks pretty awesome. Then you see the wreckage of the plane crash. You can see one of the propellers right there. So is that another plane? The same one? Man, I can't wait to find out. Then Alicia is cutting through the intestines of the walkers, and they're probably trying to get through the walkers that are blocking the road. Then you see Morgan killing a walker, and then John killing a walker, and Alicia killing a walker, and a bunch of people killing walkers. So it looks exciting, guys. It's a lot of action-packed in this trailer. You see John is like there, and he swings at the walker. He's probably out of bullets, and he's like, hits him with the gun. Then you see Alicia hitting a walker with some piece of metal, and then you see June chopping up the intestines to get through them, because you can see the two walkers and there's the intestines or whatever's holding them together. To me, it just looks like intestines. And then you see Alicia and Morgan kind of killing this walker. I'm not sure if Alicia has a sword or a piece of metal or what, but that'd be pretty cool. And then we see Morgan with that truck that was with Althea before when she was there by herself. You see Morgan, and then we see Dwight. And Dwight's like, Morgan? So of course they're going to know each other, right? And Morgan looks over, is like, Dwight? That's crazy, right? Did you follow me here? How'd you get here? And then June's like, you know each other? But if you look at the outfits, it looks pretty early on potentially. So I can't wait to find out what's going down with Morgan, Alicia, and the group. And Morgan's like, haha, I know this guy. Cannot trust him though. And then we see the shot of the Texas landscape, or wherever this is. I know they filmed in Texas. As this trailer came out today, March 31st, I believe they're at the midway point of the season filming. So all this stuff will be in the first half of the season, and I can't wait to find out. The radios, we saw them twice now. Is the radio ever going to connect the dots between Fear the Walking Dead and Walking Dead? Some people want it to happen, some people don't. Will they ever connect? Do you want them to connect? Some people left The Walking Dead for Fear the Walking Dead, so I would assume Fear the Walking Dead should stand on its own a little bit more, but I can't wait to find out. Season 5 will be here before you know it. June 2nd, Fear the Walking Dead returns. Let me know your thoughts, post your comments below. I'm sure I missed a couple things. This is my early review. And please, guys, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already to join our PT channel, Walking Dead family. And remember, guys, with hard work, dedication, belief, and sacrifice, you can truly achieve your goals. Believe in yourself. You can do it. It's about love, support, staying positive, making memories. And as always, tell them, Daryl.
Yo, we love you guys. Honestly, thank you.